everyone. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. How is everyone? How is your weekend? How many people do we have so far?
20.
20. Okay, so we have a fun project. It is a little bit of a lengthy project, so I am going to go through the announcements pretty fast. We will go over them again while we have some stitching going on so that we can let everyone know who isn't watching now. So this week we have on Tuesday, that's tomorrow guys, we have Field of Flowers. Val's going to be joining us here in Littleton to teach that class on Zoom. On Wednesday we have the Hoppy Easter, and I will show you, we have the wall hanging. This is what this class is going to be for. Instead of the pillow, we are going to be doing it as the wall hanging. So super cute. I love the bunny ears. So we have that, and then to show you the pillow as well. Super cute pillow. And then on Thursday we have the series 2 of the creative solutions for crafty people, and that is where Shanae will show you how to embroider on everyday clothes, so that will be cool. On Friday we have the BabyLock Serger Basics, and on Saturday we have Floriani Virtual Club. And I wanted to tell you really quick, because I've had a lot of questions. The prep list that we have on our website on the calendar for tomorrow's class, I've had a lot of people ask questions as to the reference of using the bag method. What Christine meant by that is in the Kimberbell prep video that Christine and I made a few weeks ago, we showed you how to prepare for a bench pillow or a quilt or a little bit of a larger Kimberbell project, and that is going through your blocks in order, writing the name of that block on that bag, and then going back to your cut list, and each fabric will tell you which block that will fit in. So for example, the bunny or the chick, so you'll have 2 different bags for each block, or all the blocks that require embroidery. Then you're going to have your background fabric in this bunny block, this fabric here for your bunny, and for the ears. So all of those fabrics for this block will be in one bag. So just to clarify that, I've had several questions about that this morning.
They do want to know on the bench pillow class if they are not, they can watch it later as well, right?
Yes, it is a Zoom class, so if you're not able to attend the day of, it is recorded. If you are signed up about an hour after the recording is completed, we send an email to all the attendees so that you can view for later viewage. Is that the correct word for that? Viewage?
Probably not.
Okay. Kate wanted me to show you. This is the Stitcher's Garden Border Kit. And look at it. It's all labeled, guys. How cool is that? Isn't she great? So, this is going to be really cool. This is $49.99, and it has your borders and, is it backing in here too? Borders and backing. I was going to say that's a big piece. And then, of course, that goes with your bundle.
Hi, everybody. Everyone noticed that it was me.
And we have a giveaway, and this is going to go to Linda Brown, and we will send that up to Thornton for you.
And is there a thread pack for Hoppy?
A thread pack for
Like
Hoppy?
a thread set?
I'm assuming that Christine posted something on our website for the thread colors that she used for the project. Doesn't sound like Christine not to do that. So this for Linda is a little tissue holder. And then I have a joke. Matt inspired this joke.
And that says no backing, just sashing, borders, and binding is what it says.
What?
The kit. Someone under Above and Beyond Sewing and Vacuum.
Huh? It's Kate. Okay. So this is a joke that Matt inspired. I will let you know there's a light amount of profanity. So if there's little ears listening and you don't want them to hear anything, then go into another room, escape to a closet, your nearest bathroom, because you won't want to miss it. Okay, little Billy was at home doing his homework, his math homework. He told himself 2 + 5, that son of a bitch, is 7. 3 + 6, the son of a bitch, is 9. In that moment, his mother comes in and hears what he is saying. Billy, what are you doing? Why are you saying that? Little Billy answers, I'm doing my math homework, Mom, she said. And is that what your teacher taught you? He replied, yes. The next day, the mother, worried about the education her son is receiving, goes to little Billy's school to talk to the teacher. The mother said to his math teacher, I would like to know what you are teaching my son in math. The teacher replied, right now we are learning addition problems. Billy's mother asked, are you teaching them to say 2 + 2, that son of a bitch, is 4? When the teacher stopped laughing, she replied, I love this. Not at all. What I taught them was 2 + 2, the sum of which is 4. Okay. So today what we're going to be doing is we are going to be making this mug rug in the hoop. And we are using Enhancing Your IQ Volume 5 to do it. So this is very fun. There's a lot of steps to it, so I do want to get started, but I'll let you know we do have kits available for the mug rug. They are $5.99. It gives you everything that you need to make one mug rug, and again it's $5.99. And we have other Enhancing Your IQs that we can go over in a little bit. The items that we're going to be using for today's project is going to be the fabric folding pen, the roll and press, and a twin needle.
The class tomorrow, again, which class is it?
The class tomorrow is the Happy Easter wall hanging, not the bench pillow.
Okay.
The wall hanging.
Perfect, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I am going to, or do you want to show them these real quick?
Enhancing Your IQs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're good. So, the Enhancing Your IQs is what she's using for today's. She's using number 5, which you don't have over here.
5 is that one.
Okay.
The one that we're
So she is using this one here today, which is working with mug rugs, and you're using your IQ Designer on your machines to use them, to make them. So it comes with, let's see, you're going to be better at explaining that, what all is in there.
Okay, so volume 5, it's really cool. There is, I'm trying to figure out what side is, so this one you use a built-in shape in order to create a letter. And then you're using some decorative stitches for like the scallop. There's a Christmas tree mug rug, a little ducky mug rug. This one is like a heart that has the echo quilting around it. A leaf, which is a stamp in the machine.
You sure tomorrow's not Field of Flowers, by the way?
Field of Flowers, oh my gosh. Field of Flowers is tomorrow.
Okay, yes. Field of Flowers is tomorrow. The Happy
Easter is Wednesday.
Happy Easter is Wednesday.
I think it's Tuesday. Maybe I should go home today. And then this one here is using a fill in there. So it's just creating a shape and filling that area with a desired fill.
I was going to say, I was trying to zoom in on it because that one was hard to see.
I think it's really cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
I think that with like a metallic fabric would look really, really cool. The other Enhancing Your IQs, did you go over these?
No.
So the other one that we have, there are 7 total. And the first one is Fancy Fills and Shapes. So those are really fun. And then 2 is simply scanning. 3 is in the hoop fun. 4 is applique and beyond. I was gonna say above and beyond. Which there's a watermelon mug rug, so we need to do that one. Watermelon's my favorite, guys, if you didn't know that. And I wrote down the other 2 because you guys know how my memory is. And I wrote it on my mother-in-law's, what is it called? Hostage letter. Quilting fills is volume 6, quilting with fills, and volume 7 is Dresden and applique quilting. And when you select the mug rug that you're wanting to work with,
do I need the screen?
I'm going to show this first. It tells you what one that you're going to be doing, the Easter egg mug rug, and it has a nice picture on there. And then it's going to give you step by step with the icons on there, so you know what buttons to hit on the machine.
Okay. The IQ Designer discs, by the way, they're all $59.99.
They
right?
are $59.99, and with 20% off, they are $47.99.
Yeah.
So they tell us that what our fabric requirements are here, that we need a 9.5 by 9.5 inch hoop, that we need to be using a cutaway stabilizer, which I have hooped and ready for us, that we're going to be using the twin needles and a variety of colors for our embroidery thread, a white bobbin, and the Kimberbell paper tape, a small pair of embroidery scissors, and basic sewing supplies. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to...
Got a couple of questions real quick. Yes, they will work on the Destiny as long as you have the IQ Designer. It'll work on any of those machines. So your Altair, your Meridian, any of those. And there was one other question. Are they shown online? So they are all listed online with the names of them. There is no pictures, however. I will try and get pictures up, but as of right now, there's no pictures.
Okay, so I think what I wanted to try and do is get them in here.
Okay, I don't know how to use that, so you go ahead.
Okay, hold on one second, guys. I'm covering it up so I don't make you guys sick. If it will work, it's not going to work.
No, just hold it.
Sorry, guys. Kate needs us to bring something to her, and said that she will not return our children to us until we bring it to her. It's all fun and games. Can you move the machine a little? Like
this way?
Just backwards a little bit.
Good?
Yes. So Anne, any type of prep work that needs to be done for the Field of Flowers, you can probably find that information on our website on the events calendar for tomorrow's class. Okay, so we are going to create the placement stitch for our mug rug. But what we want to do first is we're going to go to our settings page. And I've changed the hoop to 9.5 by 9.5, and we're going to change this to a 1-inch grid and hit OK. So now we are already in IQ. Then we are going to hit the shapes icon, and we're going to go to row 1, column 1, which is going to be our square, and hit OK. We're going to click on the size option, and we're going to make it a rectangle. So we're going to hit our button here to make our height 4.85. And then we're going to make it longer. So we want to change this to 6.76. And if you don't already, you're going to want to change your settings to be inches and not millimeters. And once we have, again, 4.85 and 6.76, we're just going to hit OK. And we're going to go into our line region properties icon, and we're going to select the double run. We're going to change the color to red, and we're going to hit OK. And then we're going to tap on the bucket, and we're going to tap that, and the color of my box changes to red.
Might be a little hard to see.
I think we can.
You can see it? Are you going to kind of handle the questions since I really can't see them from over here?
Sure. Okay. So the project for today is a MUGRUG. Wait, hand me the MUGRUG. And it is used, built in IQ using the Enhancing Your IQ. So this is the MUGRUG we're making. So Anna, we use the Solaris and the Altair mostly in the demos. If it's embroidery, we've used some of the smaller sewing machines for just the sewing classes, like the Crescendo, the Aria, or the Soprano before. Are they freezing or am I? I don't think we're freezing. Okay, so we have just touched our rectangle. We are going to come down here and hit memory and save it to the machine. And we're going to click next. We're gonna wait for this to stop. We're gonna hit set and OK.
Felicia, we need the grid on there because it's gonna tell you, you're gonna use it as kind of a pinpoint of where you need it to be.
Yeah.
In a little bit, so.
Okay, so we just created the placement stitch, but we don't want to go into embroidery. So we're going to click add. We're going to go back into IQ, and we're going to retrieve, which is this button up here. This button up here to retrieve. And we're going to get our red box out and hit OK. We're going to click on the line properties icon, and we're going to hit the double run icon, and we're going to change the thread color to a green and hit OK. We're going to make sure to hit our bucket, and we're going to touch the rectangle. We're going to click next, set, and OK. So we just created the tack down stitch. And now we're going to be creating the placement line for our print fabric, which is just to the left of our MUGRUG. So we are going to click add, go back into IQ. We're going to retrieve the rectangle from our memory. We're going to go into the line icon here, line region properties. We're going to select no sew, and we're going to hit OK. We're going to make sure that we have the bucket, and we're going to tap the rectangle because we don't in this step need that rectangle to be stitched again. So now that we've done that, we're going to save this to the machine's memory. And now we're going to go back into the line region property icon. We're going to touch the point-to-point tool here, and we're going to select the double run, and we're going to change the color to blue, and we're going to hit OK. So now I'm going to use a mouse because I think doing this with my hand is a little hard with doing the video for you guys. So you can see that we have about 1/2 of an inch here, so we have 1 and 2. So I am going to draw a vertical line approximately 2.5 inches from the left side. Before doing that, you want to make sure, because we are going to be using the point-to-point tool, that the point-to-point tool is indeed highlighted. And what I'm going to do is here's the line for our box, and I'm just going to go to that line just above it, and I'm going to click and drag, so I'm not letting go of my mouse, and making sure I have a straight line. If it's not straight, it's kind of hard to see, but you can see that there's little divots in our line. So I just need to try and make that straight. And then you are going to want to increase your zoom in. And what you're going to do, you want to remember, for the Solaris, you are going to use your hand, and we're going to look for the blue line. And there's our blue line, so we're going to move it to the top. And so we can see this is the line for our rectangle, and we need to eliminate this line until we get to that line for the shape of our mug rug. So I'm going to go to the eraser. I'm going to decrease the size to 10, change the shape to a square, and hit OK. And I'm just going to take this and I'm going to get as close to that as possible. You can see that there's a little thing hanging over. You want to get rid of that too. Oh no, I made a mistake. I did it on purpose. You have a button down here. You can hit this and bring that back. So if you make a mistake, you are able to go backwards, which I'm doing really well at.
You gotta select eraser again.
I know. And we're going to erase. And then we're going to get our hand and we're going to move. So if you have a Altair or a Meridian, the difference between what we're doing on the Solaris and on the Altair is, in this part of your machine is going to be a viewing window that will have a red box, and you'll move that red box to go over the area that you're wanting to use your eraser. So now that I'm done with my hand and I've moved to this part of our project, we're going to select the eraser again, and we're going to eliminate that extra line. And then we're going to come up here and we're going to go back to where we were. So now we're going to save this into the machine's memory. So we're going to hit memory, select the machine, and we're going to hit next, set, and OK. We're going to go to add. And now we are going to create the tack down line for our print fabric. So we're going to go back into IQ. We're going to retrieve the design with the blue vertical line from the machine's memory and hit OK. We're going to click on the line properties. We're going to select the no sew option and hit OK.
1 second. There's people wanting to see the mug rug again, just to see what it looks like.
So we're creating this entire mug rug through enhancing your IQ's instructions using the Solaris. Okay, so now we've just selected our no sew stitch here. Going to hit OK. We're going to make sure that we touch our bucket. And we are going to touch the vertical line. Now we're going to go back into our line properties region icon, and we are going to select the point to point and the double run. And we're going to change the color to purple. And we're going to hit OK. We are now going to draw another vertical line. This is what's going to give us our 1/4 of an inch seam to attach the print fabric. So again, we want to make sure that we have the line property button, the point to point button highlighted, and I'm going to just try and move that over approximately 1/4 of an inch to the right of my original line.
Such a perfectionist.
I am. Okay, so again, we're going to increase our percentage up to 800, and we're going to use our hand, and this time we're looking for our purple line. So we've already applied the no-sew, so it looks like a
grayed outline.
Yeah, like a grayed outline. So we're just working with our purple line here, and I'm going to use the hand to slide all the way to the top. I'm going to get my eraser.
And Diane asked about the Luminaire machine. Yes, this will work exactly the same on the Luminaire machine.
Change it to a square, hit OK, and we're going to get rid of our excess. All right, we're going to get our hand and do our sliding to get to the bottom of our mug rug. We're going to re-highlight our eraser. We can go back to 100%. And now we are going to click on our memory icon and save it to the machine. We're going to click Next, Set, and OK. All right, and now what we're going to do is we are going to create the twin needle stitch. So we are going to click on Add. We're going to click on IQ, and we are going to retrieve the no sew rectangle with no vertical lines in the machine's memory. So for this on here for the Solaris, it does look like a dotted line where the one to the right is a solid line. So that's how you can know that that is going to be the no sew option. Let me see if I can answer some of these questions. Could you use the arrows to erase? Jan, I have not used the arrows to erase. In all honesty, I think having a mouse, you do need to have a mouse that plugs into the side of your machine. It will not work with one of the Bluetooth pieces, right, Matt?
I don't want to say it won't work, but I know that we've had problems in the
Yeah,
past
I think I've tried it myself because a cord, I don't have a mouse for my computer that has a cord, so I tried to use the one that has the little block unit that plugs into your computer and connects to your mouse so that you can use it that way, and it does not work. But the mouse is a great tool for IQ, so if you don't have one for IQ, I would suggest getting one. They're awesome. And Bunny, I think you're Bernice. Yes, the Enhancing Your IQs is a awesome way in learning the capabilities of what IQ has to offer. Okay, so we brought in the no sew option. We're going to click on our fill region properties here. We're going to tap on this little button here, and it's going to open up a whole new world, as Jasmine would say. And you can click into that, and it is going to give you a variety of options. So there's a lot of different options to select from, but for today and for the sake of the instructions, we are going to select number 6, and we're going to hit OK. And we're going to change the color to orange and hit OK. And now we're going to hit our bucket, and we're going to tap inside that box, and we are going to hit Next, Set, OK. And now what we're going to do is we're going to create the placement line for the Easter egg. So we're going to click Add. And we're going to go into IQ Designer. We are going to retrieve the rectangle with 2 vertical lines from the machine's memory. Let me try and get it focused. Sorry, guys. And we are going to hit OK. We're going to hit our line properties icon, and we are going to select the no sew, and we're going to hit OK. And we're going to hit the bucket, and we're going to touch all lines. So really the only line that does not have a no sew right now is, and it's kind of hard to see, is going to be that solid line onto the right. And we're going to tap. So it taps, and when you tap once, it will beep once to let you know that that action has been applied to the area that you're affecting it to. Then if you tap it again, it does like a double knock, and that means that it's already applied to that area. So now we're going to select our shapes icon.
And Kate has uploaded the photos for all of the Enhancing Your IQ, so you can see what all's in them basically, and see which one you might want.
Yeah. And what we're going to get next, can you guys tell me? The egg. So we're going to go to row 3, column 2, and we're going to select our egg. We're going to click OK. And now we're going to have, let me try and get this closer so you guys can see. So we're going to hit our size button here. And we want our height to be 3.88. So I'm going to lower that to 3.88. And of course I go way over what I need. And then we want our width to be 2.87. Sorry, guys. And now it wants us to use the arrows on this part of our machine here to move the egg where we want it inside of our shape. It does suggest that you can turn off the grid in order to better position that, but I kind of use it as a tool to find the placement that I want. And so I'm just looking here at the edge of my egg to the edge of the rectangle, and the edge of the egg to the stitch that's going to apply the 1/4 of an inch seam for our print fabric off to the left hand side.
Kat, I do not know what part we're waiting on for your machine, but I will find out from Don. He's off today, so I'll double check with him tomorrow. And then the IQ discs have been available 5, 6, and 7. What, they came out last year?
They came out around, yeah, September.
Yeah, September of last year. 1 through 4 was available 6 months or so before that, maybe?
Yeah.
So about a year,
maybe
year and a
9
half.
months or so. See if there's any more questions. Okay, so now we're going to hit OK. We're going to click on the line region property icon, and we're going to select the double run. We're going to change our color to red and hit OK. We're going to tap on our bucket, and we're going to touch our egg. We're going to save to our machine's memory. We're going to hit next, set, and OK. And now we're creating the tack down line for the egg fabric. So we're going to go to add. We're going to do IQ Designer. We're going to retrieve your design with the egg. And we're going to hit OK. We're going to go into our line region property icon, and we're going to choose the double run option again. But this time we're going to change our color to green. We're going to hit OK. Make sure that our bucket is selected, and we're going to touch our egg. We're going to hit next, set, and OK. And now comes the first part of work. So Donna, to answer your question, this is not hard at all. So I love these instructions. So I'm going to show that to you guys really quick. This is for those of you who have purchased a machine that has the features such as the IQ Designer in order to teach you how to use it. So, I mean, just looking at it,
it's showing you all the options that you can do with this machine that you didn't even know. It's basically a mini digitizing program in the machine, and it's just teaching you all the different tools that are in it in little projects, and then you can use those tools to make your own, of course.
So the instructions on here are really nice because they're going to have the icons that you need to look for each part. So you can do so much with your IQ. So the enhancing your IQs is just allowing you to print out these and you do the work. So to answer your question, what comes with the CD is will you hand me number 5 again?
Yeah.
Let me open it up for you real quick.
Not even a CD.
It's not a CD. It is a USB stick that says BabyLock. And what I would recommend is using like a little label printer to put the name of what version it is to put on the top. And you have all of the different files that are on the disc here. So you have all of the, not files, I apologize, the instructions for each of these mug rugs for you to create your own mug rugs in IQ and that you can complete in the hoop. So there, in this one alone, you can create a rectangle heart mug rug, a chenille duck mug rug. So that's going to show you how to create the chenille stitches in the hoop, as well as creating the shape. Textured star mug rug, a rectangle leaf mug rug, monogram mug rug, and a holiday tree mug rug, as well as a bonus embroidery design, which is the oval mug rug using the fancy fills, which is the one that I was mentioning earlier. That looks really, really cool. I think having that with some really pretty metallic fabric would look really, really elegant. So they are an excellent tool to use to better understand what your IQ Designer is capable of doing. And yes, this will work on any machine that has IQ. So you can use this on a multi-needle, like the Venture or the Altair, the Meridian, a Destiny, and the Brother equivalent machines. Okay, so at this point, we're going to click Embroidery. And we're going to embroider the first few steps that we've created just now in IQ. So we have our 9.5 by 9.5 hoop with a cutaway stabilizer. I have a neutral color thread in the machine. In this part of the project, it does not matter what color you're using. Cut this so you guys can see. What we're going to do is our first step is to stitch out our placement line, so we then know where to place our batting and background fabric.
So the CDs are $59.99, then you get 20% off, which brings it to $47.99. As far as how you can order, you can comment on the video and tell us which one you want. and what location you want it at, or we have them all available on the website that you can just buy them right online and decide if you want to have them shipped to you or pick them up at a store. Or you can always call us and just do an order over the phone.
Alright, so here's that first stitch that we created, the placement line, so we know where to place our batting and our background fabric. I now have my batting, and I'm going to take my background fabric, which is your white on white, make sure that your print is right side up, and place it over your batting. And we are now going to place it over our placement line.
And Carol, this is Enhancing Your IQ number 5 that we're doing today. And Jackie says, so the full instructions for the egg is not in it, just the layout is in the stick. No, the instructions are also in the stick.
Everything that you need to create it. So it gives you your cutting instructions so you know what your fabric requirements are. It has the hoop size, the type of stabilizer that you're going to need for that particular mug rug, whatever the selection is that you've chosen for the one that you're wanting to stitch out. And then it will print out instructions on how to completely make that mug rug in the hoop. So now step 2 is going to tack down the 2 pieces to our stabilizer. Yes, Nora, it is on a USB stick.
You put it back over there.
So when you open it up, it is just a USB stick that says BabyLock. And Betty, we can certainly try to get things added to your order. We try our best to get things out as soon as possible. So there are some circumstances where we are not able to get it added because we've already shipped, have something packaged and ready to get out the door, but we can certainly try if it's an available option. So the next step is we're going to stitch out color number 3, which is going to give us our placement line so we know where to place our print fabric to the left for our side of the mug rug. And again, today's issue that we're working on is volume 5. So now we have our print fabric, and I'm going to place it right side down, completely aligning it with that stitch. That second placement line, or that second vertical line that we did, is going to give us that 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. If it's not right on at 1/4 of an inch, it's not a big deal. Looks like I did pretty good though. It's 1/4 of an inch.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll grab the tape measure and check it.
All right, so now I'm going to use my fabric folding pen, and I'm going to just run it along my stitches here. And I'm going to fold this over. And use my roll and press to get a nice flat seam. This allows you to not have to get up and down and go to your iron. And so now we are going to change our needle.
This is the fun part.
This is my favorite part. And we are going to insert a twin needle. Okay, and I'm going to keep my cream colored thread in, and I'm just going to redo number 6. I'm going to make sure I have a clean cut on my thread, and I'm going to thread that, because using a twin needle you are not able to use your threading button. And then the second color that I'm going to be using is a really pretty turquoise. That's what Lily would call it. The color number is 2014. It's a Floriani color. And I'm using, for the cream color, it is 720, and it's called Turtle Dove.
And the size of the twin needle is a 3.0, and it's a 9014 needle.
Thank you, Matt.
I did put it up on the website as well. And Debbie, that's good. I'm glad we're showing you stuff that you thought you were going to learn in a class. So hopefully you'll learn as much as you can on here. So
okay, so now we're going to stitch our quilting stitch on the mug rug. And no, we do not need to change the foot. All right, guys, this is my favorite part. You ready? Other questions?
yeah, is twin needle 11/2? I think she means 1.5. So it is a 3.0 millimeters, and size 9014. And then Allison wants to know how you threaded the second thread.
I just did it by hand.
Trying to get the tail out.
Yeah. Machine kind of feels far away from me.
The thread path went through the exact same thread path, Linda.
So we have our turtle dove on our thread stand here, and then I have the turquoise. Both are threaded into the machine the same way. So Roberta, we can do a bundle price, and it will be what, ma'am? 30% off if you want to do a bundle.
But she'd have to call the back on the website.
Yeah, and if you're interested in doing that, you would have to call the stores to place your order. Oh, Debbie, I didn't know you had a monster. Just kidding. I know what you mean.
Added it up there for us, and for all 7 and 30% off, it's $293.95.
if you're interested in the enhancing your IQs, but you're not wanting a full set of the entire collection, we can do 25% off. How many again? Cheryl, what do you mean, how many?
Deb, I am in Littleton today. And yeah, if you want to give me a call right after this, or I can just give you a call, and I will find out what order it is that we're missing and find out what's going on.
Okay, so now we're done with the part that requires the twin needle, so I'm going to remove the needle.
Yeah, so it sounds like a few people have volumes 1 through 4 already. Those were the original ones that came out. So if you just need 5, 6, 7, or 3 or more, we'll do the 25% off.
Okay, and I'm removing the turquoise thread. Going to put my embroidery needle back in. So, Linda, there is a kit for this. It's $5.99 and you get everything to make the Easter mug rug.
And yes, you can use a twin needle on a Pathfinder as well.
All right, and now we're going...
Sorry, real fast. Ordering online, I don't have a way for it to know how many you're ordering to give you a different discount. So if you are ordering 3 or more and you want the additional discount, you will have to call one of the stores to get that taken care of. Online, they're all just at 20% off.
All right, so now we're going to stitch the placement line for our egg.
Marie, yes, these can be used on the brother equivalents, so Luminaire and Stellaire as well.
All right, now I'm going to take the yellow fabric, I'm going to place it over that area completely, and we're going to tack down our egg fabric.
Yes, Carol, I did say, so if you want 5, 6, and 7, we do the 25% off. But that won't be available online. You'll have to call one of the stores to do that.
So we are now going to trim the excess away. Okay. Are you hiding the trash can?
I am, yeah. What are you doing? Just throwing stuff on the floor?
You just like to keep me on my toes, huh? Okay. So now we are returning the hoop to the machine. And now we're going to go back to our screen here. Give it a minute to focus. Hello. Okay, so now what we're going to, missed whether you used egg fabric with or without backing.
I don't know.
Lenny, the kits are available on our website. If you go to our website, aboveandbeyondsewing.com, there is going to be a tab. What is the first tab?
Products.
Products tab. At the very bottom, it's going to be Facebook Lives. I would recommend either using a color keep topping or a ultra soft would be nice underneath your egg, because this is a very light fabric and you can see this detail quilting stitch underneath that egg. So yes, I was using something and was just about to go over that. All right, so now you can see the screen really well. We trimmed our fabric close to the stitch line for our egg. We do not want to remove the fabric from the hoop, and we are now going to do a fabric scan. And we're going to go up to our little button here with the fabric and the camera, and we're going to hit scan and OK. The hoop is going to just move while the machine is taking an image of what's inside the hoop. Now, if you are an Altair or a Meridian owner, you are going to have the hoops that look just like you see here. Can I borrow it?
Yeah.
That have these boxes on here. You're going to use the IQ positioning app, and you're going to select the photo frame for creating a design option in order to do what we've just done by taking a picture of what's in your hoop and sending it to the machine. So now we have the picture of the inside of our hoop inside the machine. We're going to hit close. And we're going to hit return, and we're going to select add. And we are going to go to our number 6 tab here, and we're going to create the decorative stitches that go inside of our Easter egg. So we went into category 6, we're going to go into category 3. I will tell you that this is going to be slightly different for the Meridian and the Altair. You'll just go to find the numbers of these stitches that are on the instructions are not the same. So you'll just look for the same look of the stitch.
Nora, so the price for all 7 would be $293 because we're $293.95 because we're doing 30% off on those. And you had a couple of questions here. It was about what you put on the back of the yellow. I'm trying to find it.
I talked about it.
Oh, okay, cool, perfect.
So yes, you could certainly add a name rather than the detail stitches. It's just another way of showing you how you can add some more of those impressive features with the decorative stitches. You could certainly just change that out for somebody's name. So now we're going to look for, I'm shedding beads. Stitch number 80. Whoa. We're going to click set. We're going to hit edit, and we're going to select the rotate option. We're going to rotate this 90 degrees to the right, and we're going to select OK. We're now going to find the border option, and we are going to select the horizontal option here. And we are going to click the horizontal icon that has the plus symbol. So we have a total of 2. We're going to hit OK. We're now going to go to size, and we are going to reduce the size until it gives us that double knock. While we have it in this part in our sizing, we can use our arrows, and we're going to move this to the top of our egg. Now, if it's easier, you can at this time remove the grid so it's a little bit easier to see. And what I'm looking for is the point of this decorative stitch here to touch the point of our line for our egg on both sides, and to not go past that egg placement line. And we're going to hit OK. We're going to hit add. We're going to category 6 again, and category 3. And this time we're going to look for stitch number 85. We're going to hit set. We're going to go to edit, and we're going to find the rotate again. And this time we're going to rotate 90 degrees to the left. I feel like I said that weird. We're going to hit
counterclockwise.
OK. And we're going to find our border option again. And this is letting us know that the embroidery order will be changed, which is just fine. So we're going to hit OK. We're going to find that horizontal icon here, and we're going to hit that, giving us a total of 2 again. We're going to hit OK, go to size, and we're going to size it in. We're going to move that whoa, too much. What do you think, Matt?
Looks good.
Okay. We're going to hit OK. And we sized it down, right? Yep. So I sized that one down all the way. It does let you know that you just need to reduce the size of the stitch until it fits within the egg based off of where you want it to be. So if you want it further down, you're not going to want to size it down all the way. So now we're going to hit add. And we are going to go back to category 6 and category 3. How'd you know? And we're going to select 68. We're going to hit set, edit, find our rotate button, and we are going to rotate this to the left as well. In order for me to see it, I like to just move it down a little bit right away. And then we're going to find our border option. Again, it's going to let us know that the embroidery order will be changed, and that's okay. We're going to add another one. We're going to hit OK. Go to size. I'm going to size it down.
Too far. All right, and you just put it wherever you would like it.
and hit OK. And we're going to hit add. Category 6. What category, Matt?
3.
And now we're going to select stitch 85. Which is the same as the first one we've done. We're going to hit set. We're going to edit. We're going to rotate this one to the left. The first one that we did, we rotated to the right, so it just gives it a little bit of a different look to it. We're going to go to our border option. Horizontal. We're going to add one to the right. We're going to hit OK. We're going to go to size. We're going to size it in. And we're going to move it over to fit within our egg. I'm going to hit OK. We're going to click add. We're going into category what?
6.
Category what?
3. I'm gonna just have this memorized here.
Right. And then we're going to select stitch 243. That's a lot of stitches. 243. We're going to hit set. We're going to hit edit. We're going to rotate it 90 degrees to the left. We're going to hit OK. Going to select the border option, horizontal. We're going to add one to the right. We're going to hit OK. I'm going to go ahead and just move this down so I can actually see it. We're going to hit size, and we're going to size it all the way down. I'm going to use my arrows. And we're going to hit OK. Now we're going to hit our color icon. And now is where you're going to change the colors of your threads so that they don't all stitch out the same. And our first one, I'm going to just touch up here. I'm going to change this to Floriani. And I want to do this one, and you can type in a number and hit OK. Oh, sorry guys. Actually go down to the next one. Select the thread option here. If you tap on the picture, it won't work, but you want to select the thread. And this one I'm going to do in a green. So I'm going to change this to a Floriani. Going to add number 273. I keep hitting OK. Don't hit OK, guys. And then on the one here, I'm going to do it in my turquoise color. And I want, again, to change it to the Floriani. Add the color 2040. I know, okay. I know. Okay, this one we're going to do in the 273 color again.
I'm done.
Matt's rolling his eyes at me, guys. So now we're just going to look for our last one, and I think I'm going to, do you like the purple or should I do pink again, Matt?
It's up to you.
What one do you like?
It's up to you.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, it's your call. It's totally your call. The one in the box will be brand spanking new.
Okay, so we've assigned different colors to each of our decorative threads, or stitches, I'm sorry. And now we are going to, we did that. So now we're going to add. We're going to click on IQ Designer. We're going to recall the rectangle box with the red outline of the egg.
Can you have the thread default to Floriani? I think that you
I believe
can in
you
the
can,
settings. Yeah, Nora, I think you can set Floriani as the default in the settings. Amanda just didn't do that.
I didn't. Stop moving the table. Okay, so now we're going to click on our line properties. We're going to select a satin stitch, which is already selected, so we don't need to do anything different for that. We're going to select the color pink and hit OK. We're going to click on the bucket, and we are going to touch the egg. We're going to click Next. At this point, we are going to change the zigzag width to 0.240. And we're also going to change the density to 110. And we're going to select OK. We're going to hit Set, OK. We're going to add. We're going to click IQ Designer. We're going to retrieve the red rectangle box with the red outline of the egg again. We're going to select the line properties region. And this time we're going to do a run stitch for our triple line. And we're going to change the thread to a beige. Hit OK. Make sure our bucket is applied, and we are now going to touch the egg. We're going to hit Next. We're going to change the run pitch to 0.100. Click Set. OK. We're going to click Add. Go into IQ Designer. We're going to retrieve the original box that we saved from the machine's memory. That is just the standalone rectangle. We are going into the line properties region. We're going to select the triple stitch again. We're going to change the color to gold and hit OK. Select our bucket. And we're going to touch the rectangle and hit Next. Set. And OK. We're going to go into Embroidery. And in your instructions, it does tell you that you're going to have to advance through your design to find, since we got that notification that the order of the embroidery was going to be changed when we added these decorative stitches, it is letting us know that we need to use this icon here to advance through our steps in order to achieve the decorative stitches. So I'm going to put the pink thread on the machine.
You got another thread in there.
And it's going to stitch our first decorative stitch. Claudette, you'll be able to. It is a lot of fun. And the possibilities are endless. Don't have to add an egg. You can add a heart and make a Valentine's Day one instead. So I will go over some of the announcements as we go through this part here as promised earlier. I am going to change my thread to the 273 Floriani color to stitch the next decorative stitch. And I'll go over some of those announcements. Okay, so tomorrow we have the Field of Flowers class. Val will be joining us here at the Littleton store to teach that class through Zoom. On Wednesday, we have the Happy Easter Embroidery Day. On Thursday, we have the second series of the Creative Solutions for Crafty People, where Shayna will teach you how to embroider on everyday clothes. And then on Friday we have BabyLock Serger Basics, and on Saturday we have the Floriani Virtual Club. And I did give an announcement because I've had a lot of people today ask about the bag system that's listed on the instructions for the Happy Easter class that's online. And what Christine meant by that was each block you're going to create your a block for, or a bag for every block in the project. So you'll create a bag, for example, the one with carrots, another bag for one of the bunnies, and you're going to look at the rest of your cutting instructions, and the rest of your fabrics will tell you which block they belong to, and you'll put all of those fabrics into that bag with the block that it belongs to.
And Cheryl, she changed back to a single needle just after she did that crosshatch fill.
Yes, you only need the twin needle when you're doing the quilting design. So I've just changed the thread to the turquoise color, and it's going to do the decorative stitch in the center of the egg. So we're going over today, guys, sorry. And I did mean to tell you, and I didn't even do the steps, but when we stitched out the first green option, you could leave the green thread in your machine and advance to the next stitch that we are going to be doing the second green option just below the stitch that we just completed, and then reverse to do this one here. Julie. Thanks, Yolanda. I really like these Enhancing Your IQ discs, so I think that I will plan on doing a variety of different projects from the Enhancing Your IQs.
Mom, are you still watching?
That?
I was asking if Kate was still watching, but she didn't answer.
You're welcome, Darla. Okay, so we have one more quilting stitch or decorative stitch that we need to find, and this is what they're talking about with them changing the way that the embroideries were laid out. So now I'm just looking for, and there it is. So this one,
Just pick one.
fine.
This is my project.
Matt, I'm making this for you. It's my Easter gift to you.
Oh. Well, you just ruined Easter for me.
I'm
Now I
sorry.
know what I'm getting. How about you fill it up with some Cadbury eggs?
Oh, I can make that happen. Raylene, if you're interested in finding out about your online orders, you need to call the Littleton store. The phone number here is 720-440-9654. Again, that's 720-440-9654.
Oh, you are still listening. I just wanted to make sure you saw that they said Amanda needs a raise.
Okay, so now we're going to do the satin stitch around our egg. So I'm going to change to a Floriani color that is a really nice yellow. And its color number is 521. Haha. And we're going to do our satin. Sheila, we can make sure that you get your email for the Field of Flowers. Nancy Hamilton, I'm not sure if we got your question answered. We start the Zoom at 9:30 so that it gives everybody the ability to, gives it every time for everyone to log on and join us. We have some conversation until about 10, and then we start the class. Yes, it is 3:28 here now. Juanita, we can help you get IQ. For those of you who are watching and are attending the Field of Flowers class tomorrow, I'm going to see if an email has been sent yet. It's normally sent around this time today, so if you haven't received it, I think that maybe we just haven't sent it quite yet, but we will get it sent out by the end of the day. If you still have not received anything by tomorrow morning, you are able to give us a call and let us know that you have not received that email, and we'll get it sent out to you. What else was I gonna say? No, Winnie, I don't know if you can use the double needle in bread work. All right, so after it does the satin stitch, I'm going to put a trying to think what color I want. I'm going to do the cream color, and it's going to do a run stitch right down the center of our satin stitch. And then we're almost done, guys. This twin needle is a size 3.0, size 90. So it looks like the email was already sent. Okay, so we're going to take the yellow thread off the machine, put the white on, and do that run stitch. Okay, so now we're going to take our two back pieces and we're going to place them with the folds towards the inside of our mug rug, and they are going to overlap a hair. And we're going to get our paper tape and place it over our edges here so that our foot does not get caught. Claudia, I did not push the button for twin needle. The button for twin needle, you're going to find in the sewing part of your machine. So the reason, Jan, that it tells you to get to the point where you trim the excess around your egg is so that you can take a picture of what's in your hoop, and you can actually use your egg as a way to fit your decorative stitches within your egg. But yes, if you did not want to do that, you can certainly do it all at one time. There is not a button in there for twin needles for embroidery.
Not that I believe.
Yeah.
The main reason that button is there, as far as I know, is so that the machine knows how far left and right the needle can go before it's hitting the needle plate. And in embroidery, you're always stitching in one spot. It's not moving side to side.
Yeah, so here's our settings page on the embroidery. And there's no button here to do the twin needle on there. So that's just on your sewing part. So now we are You're coming with me, but I'm going to blind you so that I don't make you sick. All right. No, you're free.
I'm good.
I don't need you anymore. Where did my ruler go? Oh. So now we're going to trim a 1/4 of an inch from our stitched line. You don't have to have this exact hoop size. So if you have a smaller hoop, what I would recommend as a part of your instructions at the very beginning when you're creating your rectangle is to rotate or make your rectangle be vertical rather than horizontal in your hoop. So we're just going to trim our corners. Yes. So the Quilter Select rotary cutter, if you tap this button and just tap down, you can see just a very small amount of that blade is showing through. I don't know. Can they see that okay? You can kind of see how shiny it is against the fabric. When you're done using it, so we're cutting, when you're done, you can just tap it and it closes it. So the blade is not protruding over any of the sides. You can tap it, and then there's this little lever that you can use back here to open it further. So a lot of your blade is exposed. But you can control it using this as well. Don't have one of these. I recommend it. The heaviness of it, you don't have to put as much oomph into your cut, and it's super nice. So now we're going to take and turn.
Yeah, I don't see it on the P&D with that.
All right, so we did one side. We're going to do the other.
Yes. Okay, yeah, that would be totally fine.
And give it a good press. And then there's our mug rug.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's all I have for you guys. I've kept you guys way too long. So it's time for me to say goodbye. Thanks, everyone. Have a good rest of your day.